All right, guys. So as promised, I'm going to go over what the assignment looks like so that you have a better idea of what I want you to do. And then I'm going to post one more video that's just sort of my supplemental information, kind of talking to you a little bit more about some of the topics you're going to read about in the 2 Newsella articles you're going to do this week. Okay. So if you read the directions, basically I've linked a PDF. All right. I'm going to go down here. If you look right here, this link is the actual assignment as it was written in Newsella. I'm making a couple of changes, so please read the directions, all right? There are 5 articles listed. I'm going to highlight them here as I'm talking to you. You can see there's these 5 articles right here that are listed in the assignment. If you do 2 per week, you should have no trouble getting through them and being able to get the information you need and still have plenty of time to do the culminating activity for the end of this unit, all right? So that means that this week of May 10th, you would read The Election of 1860 and the military background of the Union and Confederate forces in the Civil War. So if you just read those 2 articles and then take the quiz for each, just do the ELA quiz. I know some of them have social studies quizzes, but to keep it consistent, just do the ELA quiz. It's like 4 questions just to see that you understood the article, okay? Once you've done that, this week, May 10th, this question here, explain the causes that led to the outbreak of the Civil War. 3 to 5 sentences, okay? Once you've read the election of 1860 and the background information that's posted in the Newsella assignment, you should be able to answer that pretty easily. And again, just 3 to 5 sentences is fine. So create a document in this classroom assignment, and that's where you can record all of the written pieces that you need to do, okay? Then next week, the week of May 17th, you would read these 2 sources, the primary source on the Emancipation Proclamation and then defining battles of the Civil War. All right. And from there, you should be able to answer question number 2 next week, the week of May 17th. And again, just in 3 to 5 sentences. And that is, what's the significance of Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation? Now, this last article right here, why the Civil War took so long to officially be over, this is your call, all right? If you are really interested in the Civil War, this is something that you are curious about, then I encourage you to go ahead and read that article. It is not required reading, okay? So you can skip it if you want to, or you can read it because you really want to, all right? Once we've gone through all of the information then, so you'll have read the top 2 articles this week, the second 2 articles next week, and then you'll decide what you want to do with that last one. You should be able to answer this 3rd question, okay, with all of the information that I've given you, in addition to the Newsella stuff. You should be able to answer, do you think it was inevitable that the North would win the Civil War? Okay, and you could just answer that on the week of May 24th. That same week, then, you should be able to start doing this final activity, all right, the culminating activity. Now, if everything had gone normally and we were in school all the way up to the last day, your final assessment for me total would have been a documentary on one aspect of the Civil War. We simply don't have time for that. I'm not going to ask you to go doing tons and tons of research on a topic that seems impossible at this moment in time. And so what you're going to do is you're going to create a slideshow. Just use Google Slides. You can create a slideshow in here. If you are someone who's already really well versed in creating videos, that sounds like fun to you, and you want to create a video, then you certainly can. But for the ease of this assignment, if you're not sure how to do that, please just create Google Slides. All right, everybody can do that. You've all done that for like a million years, so it should be easy. In the slides, what you're going to answer is this question: what was the biggest deciding factor that led to the North's victory in the Civil War? So as you're reading the stuff in Newsella over the next 2 weeks, as you're listening to my videos, giving you more information on some of these factors, you can kind of be thinking what you'd want to write about, what slide you'd want to do. In your response to that question, please make sure that you include evidence from either what I've told you in the videos that you'll watch, or from the Newsella texts, or both. If you want to go further and you want to do extra research, I certainly am not going to ask you not to do that, but don't don't bite off more than you can chew, okay? You can do the whole assignment from just the readings I'm assigning and from just the things that I'm going to tell you in the videos, okay? So don't feel like you have to do a whole bunch of extra research on top of that. Again, I really just want you guys to get the information in the easiest way possible and with as little stress as possible, okay? In your slideshow, try to include at least 5 images just to make it interesting, to illustrate some of the points that you're trying to make. And then the last slide would be a bibliography. I'm going to try to create one for you, actually, citing those Newsella sources and giving you a citation for if you use any of my videos, like what that would look like. And then all you'd have to do is copy and paste the sources you used. That's pretty easy, right? Like easy peasy, you can just get that done. Just don't forget to include it. And that should be pretty simple. All right. What I would love for you to do, because this is different and I haven't tried this. I haven't done like an extended over digital learning, an extended assignment. Please comment on this assignment if you feel like this isn't going to work, that you need me to break this down and physically post each piece of the assignment each week, because you feel like there's no way you're going to keep up with it. I did try to break it down for you. I tried to tell you in here where it's written, and I just went over it with you, how to break it out, what pieces to do on what days or what weeks. But if even that, you're just like, no, I physically need you to post new pieces to the assignment. Just let me know what you think, I guess, is what I'm asking. All right. I'll be back in just a short minute with more information on the election of 1860 and the aspects that led us into the Civil War. All right. See you on the flip side.